Hey guys, welcome to Tattooed Spirits Tarot Hit of the Day. A couple minutes where you gain an insight, maybe an understanding, maybe something to help you sleep better at night. I don't know. Let's find out what's going on. I just like the idea of maybe a little daily inspiration. Take a little load off, take the pressure off. Let's find out what's up. Let's find out what's up in a minute. All right, Queen of Pentacles. Wonderful Page of Pentacles. And looky here, this Nine of Cups. This Nine of Cups sometimes gets a bad rap. It's sometimes called like the smug guy. I totally don't see that. I really don't see that. This is a guy completely stable, and in this picture, it's completely balanced. But let's start with this Queen of Pentacles. I love the imagery. I love the right and left-handedness of an imagery. I love that in the left hand, she's holding this feedback that she's getting from the earth around her, from the world around her. That's what she's taking in. That's why all queens are the masters of the suit. This particular queen, some decks queens hold the pentacle with both hands, and that's cool. That's why I like using different decks. You get a little bit deep, you get a little bit more avenues of understanding. This wonderful queen, the master of how she's being in the world, often associated with like the nature card, because that is the nature, is being in the world masterfully. She has her pentacle in her left hand, which means she's receiving and getting her information. This is the yin side, the passive side. Your left side is the passive side in traditional knowledge and teachings. If you're left-handed, you can get great insights too, as a few of my community friends had shared with me on their tarot card readings. But you see why she's the master. She's putting out her vibe and then seeing what the world brings back based on the only power that she has. And we know that from the magician card, which he had it all in front of him. Right? The magician had it all in front of him, all the tools that she has mastered in the suit of being in the world. Her swords for how she's thinking about the world, keeping her attitude straight. Her cups for making sure that she's feeling right about certain things, always finding her way up to feeling the best possible way that she can get the best results. Keeping her actions aligned with how she's thinking and how she's feeling. Keeping that wand that's on the magician's table, using that in the right way. And all she's doing is just getting feedback from what she's doing in the world. You can look at her almost as if a little magician herself, like she has a little tiny little wand there, and she's just actively, by barely even doing it other than just being in her life, affecting the world, and then she's just taking the feedback in. That's this wonderful suggestion from this queen, this master of being in the world. Is just kind of seeing what's coming in, knowing that it has something to do with what she's putting out. You have the page not in opposition of the queen, but sort of in comparison to the queen. You can see he's holding his pentacle in the right hand, which means he's more about the stage of studying what he's doing and its effect in the world. As he matures to this queen stage, he'll then switch this feedback into the left hand. At this stage, look, his little left hand isn't even in front of him. He's not even really so interested in what he's receiving back from the world. He's just testing and trying out like a student in school what's going to work for him, which is why that pentacle, that state of being in the world, is just sort of offered out there as if it almost doesn't even have like results. The queen knows that there's results because she knows that she's the master using all of those wands and cups and swords in the right way, so that she just wants to know what she's putting out's right. The page, wonderful. We're getting the real message here already. So the page is just putting out and putting out and putting out and not even really so interested. That's why he's naive, and that's why he's a student. You can't slight him for that. Here, let's get into this and how this wonderful Nine of Cups sort of comes into the mix of this very general, and I find it already inspirational reading for this tarot hit of the day. We have this guy in perfect harmony and perfect balance. And this has taken the steps and the time necessary to not do anything. I don't want to call this like the hanged man or like the hermit, but this is just managing and being aware of all of the positive emotions that he has around him. If he stays here forever, it's not so great. That would be something that the page would do, is to just not get out of the comfort zone. Because look at that most comfortable seat that he's in. That's almost like the Empress's seat, right? It's almost so soft and comfortable. So this is the point of reflection where you just sort of take note about where you are, how you're feeling about it. It makes you the best page, the best student, so that you can eventually become the master of the suit of being in this world and just sort of seeing kind of what you're going in. So I love this Nine of Cups character being right here. I love actually that his crown chakra is right there almost to set the set, to complete the set, to make that 10 cups, you know? Now there's the inferred suggestion that if you stay here too long, like I had said, what's that very popular comfort zone is a very comfortable place, but nothing ever grows there. This is the cycle like of your life. Enjoy where you are, keep offering some suggestions to learn, but be the master in your life by finding out what's coming out, not blaming other people, not doing any of this stuff where it's somebody else's fault. This is an attraction-based universe, so the queen knows, be like this queen. Be like this queen and know that what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're doing is giving you the results, and you can still keep on experimenting, keep on trying, but always remember to stay good, to really stay focused and balanced, and it's okay to rest on your laurels a little bit and take a little break. I thought this was a great little reading. I hope you had fun with it too. And there's a lesson in there, but amongst my ramble, it just became talking about how wonderful these cards interacted with each other. I'm sure I'll get more insights after I hang up the phone right now.